right, let's move into the power rankings as we do each and every week. We look at the top 10, the bottom 5, and please, content warning, please, EJ, don't look at the top 10. Let's do the bottom 5 first. These are the easy ones.
The
EJ,
easiest one. This segment should take no more than 3 minutes, honestly, to all three of us, because this is easy. 28 Saints, 29 Raiders, 30 Dolphins, 31 Jets, 32 Titans. That's simple.
Mike has Browns 28, Ravens 29, Saints at 30, Dolphins 31, Jets.
How the fuck is that not there?
Sean, give yours. I'll give mine. And we'll talk about them.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to tell you that the Jets are the worst team in football because we all
goddamn Jets.
We all just know it except for one person. And then I got the Dolphins second worst. Titans are third worst. Oh, the Titans are ass. I got the Saints here just because they can't seem to do anything right, even when they're doing things right. And then at 28, I had my pick, and I got the New York Football Giants. I don't care that it's the Denver Broncos that everybody thinks is good. I don't care that they beat my Eagles. It doesn't prove anything. You just gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter to a team that was dead to don't you show up me.
So what?
The bottom line is we both just talked about how we don't believe in the Denver Broncos. And the only reason people believe in the Denver Broncos is because your team couldn't finish them off. That team stinks.
It's hot garbage.
Team? I don't care that the Eagles had a bad game against them. I think they put it right this week. But the New York Football Giants belong in this bottom 5, and I'm going to stick to my guns.
Ridiculous.
Not to mention the Ravens are trending up, so that's the only reason they're not here.
Ridiculous.
For the record, Mike, did he have? He didn't have the Titans in the bottom. So I think when the Titans won,
that has to be a misprint because
they had moved out. So last week he had Saints, Ravens, Dolphins, Browns, Jets. Browns did move up a little bit. So he's kept the same 5. He's shuffled them. I think was when the Titans had gotten their win. They had come out.
He might be holding the Ravens here until they pull off a win.
Yeah, which I don't. My
guess is 27 is the.
I can understand why he's doing that. Now I pray to God the Titans not being there is an error because there is no way that the Titans should not be in this bottom 5. I'm sorry. There's no rhyme or reason why they're not here.
Right, and the Browns just obliterated who they obliterated
Miami.
This week. Oh yeah, obliterated. That threw the Dolphins down pretty far.
Now he did have the Browns at 31 last week, so they did move up.
They
did move up multiple spots. All right, for me, I do have the Jets.
The goddamn Jets
at 32, Dolphins 31, Saints at 30. I probably should have put the Titans at 30, but I'll leave it as on the screen. Saints at 30, Titans at 29, and the Giants. Yeah, you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter. This was going to be the Ravens, but I bumped the Ravens out.
I get it.
You can scatterbo fuck yourself.
So I don't normally toot my horn on this show or any other show.
Well, that's good. It gets
it starts now. I'm sorry. My list, my bottom 5 is way better than your motherfuckers. Sorry. My bottom 5 is perfect.
No, it's not because
in what world? I'm sorry. I don't care. There is no way either of these teams are better than the Giants. The only team I'll give you is the Saints because they beat them once. Other than that, you can't make a case any of these 4 teams be better than the Giants. Cannot.
Bro, you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
So what?
You deserve to be in this spot. You deserve.
So what if they won the game? Let's say they get the 30 points in the fourth quarter, but they won the game late.
Then they would be like
the Ravens would have been 28 for me still.
There was no way you're putting, bro. That makes no sense. Like, look, I'm less mad with the Giants part. The part that having the Titans there, for Mike is
I'm just
the fuck.
I was excited that it gave me a chance to put the Giants back where they belong.
Right, exactly.
Well, you're just being an asshole. That's why, because you hate the Giants. I
just
get
think
it.
that organization is just a hot mess, and it's
no, they are. I'm that fan. I'm that fan. Like always acknowledge my team sucks.
Well, I'm also not seeing a ton here. Like I'm looking at the schedule, and it's like you also minus the Eagles game, which by the way had No Jalen Carter due to an injury and an early injury to the only cornerback that we have.
No Malik Neighbors, no fucking Slayton for us. Okay, we all had injuries. Next. What are we doing?
I mean, that was just one of those games. I think it was just one of those games. Everything else trends pretty accurate.
The Giants beat the Chargers.
You guys lost to the Saints by 2 scores. I didn't even know that game was.
At least the Titans. At least the Titans have won a game. The Jets.
Whoa. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jim. Don't do that thing with the 1-win thing, because I think the Titans are worse than the Jets by far, because at least the Jets are in their games. The Titans got fucking lucky in that one game. Come on now. They lost to a retarded team.
Oh, I don't think that's the proper nomenclature these days.
You can't be saying that.
You can't be pulling that off.
You can't be saying that. You can't be dropping the hard R, EJ.
Sorry about that. Arizona is a moronic team.
There you go. That's better.
Sorry about that.
Well, the Arizonas are cursed, by the way. They're winless since a certain thing happened in that stadium. Just gonna say that. You can do the math to figure out what that thing was.
I have good memories of that stadium, though, so I'm sorry. We won a Super Bowl there. Won a Super Bowl there.
But man, the Jets are so bad. We've already spent more time talking about the bottom.
For real. We said 3 minutes, right? It was 3 minutes. Bullshit. It never happened. Never happened.
But man, just don't give up 33 points. You wouldn't end up in there. Probably been the Raiders.
I get it. I get it. You're wrong, but I get it.
Speaking of wrong, EJ, what's your top 10?
Here we go. I can't wait for this one. Crap. All right, number 10, the Niners.
I just looked
Here's
up.
the thing.
No. Give the 10. We will go through the lists and then we'll talk about them.
Yep.
Number 9, the Packers. Number 8, the Seahawks. 7, the Bills. Number 6, the Rams. Number 5, the Buccaneers. Number 4, the Eagles. 3, Lions. 2, Colts. And number 1. Can I get some music, please, this one? Something?
Yes. How about just that this guy sucks?
Hot take, motherfucker. They are back. The Kansas City Chiefs, number 1.
So, 8:38 this morning, I got a text with this list. And it took everything in my power not to talk to him about this list.
I was waiting to respond.
Until the show. Luckily, Tuesday is my busiest day at work because I don't have the time.
I was
to get into it.
I was hoping to respond to
save it for here. But I'll go through Mike's. Mike has Seahawks 10, Patriots 9, Rams at 8, Broncos 7, Eagles 6. The Bills, I went double S.
2 S's. At
5, Buccaneers 4, Packers 3, Lions 2, and Colts 1. Sean.
The extra S's for sucks.
I think I got to redo the Bills shirt on our website now and just do Bills. The Bills Mafia.
Again, I spelled it with a lowercase d.
Dan knows. We'll get to it, Dan. I promise.
Pappy, the back.
Oh my God! All right. So anyway, I am not super high on my list. I mean, I'm high on the top half of it, but we'll get there. So I got the Patriots in here at 10. Reluctantly, the Packers at 9.
Reluctantly.
I don't even know why.
I know you hate them so much, bro.
I mean, if the playoffs started, they would have the number 1 seed, I believe, just because of the less games and a tie.
Right.
It's just insane. Then I also reluctantly have the Broncos here, so I don't feel good about either of those. Buccaneers, I may have thrown down a bit far, but that's because I like the other teams just a little bit better. 6, I have the Seahawks, who I think might have the best defense in football. I have EJ's Chiefs sitting here at 5. I did give them a major. I'm now seeing the Bills, and I can't let it go. I'm looking over at the list, and it's just too much. You need $signs instead of S's, because it's going to take a lot of money to build that defense. So yeah, I got my Chiefs sitting there at the 5. I got the Rams just ahead of them at number 4.
My Chiefs. Thank you. Get it right.
Right. Sean. What was I thinking? I was going to say Patrick Mahomes, but why not EJ?
Yeah.
I have my Eagles up at number 3. I just want to let everyone know we're back up for now. And I have the Lions who just look back in stride for now. Maybe it's just a regular season stride. Maybe it's not. But for now, it's the regular season, and they're kicking some ass. And the only team kicking more ass than the Detroit Lions is the Indianapolis Colts. And if the Chiefs want to take over the number one, they're going to have to do it more impressively than the Colts are doing right now.
They do play.
And it's going to take more than one measly game to prove that they deserve it more than the Colts.
They do play a couple weeks though. Who would have thought that Colts Chiefs game be on a marquee game this year? Who would have thought that?
I almost want to find tickets to it. Like I feel like that's how.
Look, you shut up so I can get my list.
Sorry.
Rams 10, Bills at 9, Patriots 8, Chargers 7, Seahawks 6, Buccaneers 5, Packers hold on at 4. I'm not going to punish them on a bye week. Eagles up to 3, Lions to 2, and the Colts are now in my number 1 spot.
Well, they got Packers high. My God.
Well, they were 4 last week because everybody above them lost.
Oh, Mike's worse than you were. Sorry, I apologize.
And again, you can't punish teams on a bye, so they won. I guess they won this week.
They won. They beat Arizona barely.
Yeah, they were on. They were on a bye last week, and they stayed where they were because every teams around them lost, and then there was teams around them that lost again. So they hold sway for beating a bad team. Okay, EJ.
What do you want?
Okay.
Why?
So last week you had the Bucks at 1, the Lions at 2, the Colts 3, the Chiefs at 5. You did not have the Chargers in your top 10. So,
last week, right?
Last week.
Okay.
So in week number 7 in the National Football League, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Raiders, who are now your 29th worst team. Last week, they were 28th.
Worse than the Giants.
So they beat a team who was in your bottom 5, right?
Yeah.
The Colts beat a team who's not in your top 10. The Lions beat the Lions, who were number 2, beat the team who you were number 1. So in that time, the Chiefs jumped from 5 to 1. The Colts jumped from 3 to 2, and the Lions, who were 2 and beat the number 1 team on your list, fell to 3. It's not.
How does that make any sense?
The Chiefs at 1 is bad enough for me, but please explain to me how the Lions beat the number 1 team on your list and fall.
The Chiefs fucked things up, bro. They're back. It's just that simple, bro.
But they beat a team in your bottom 5.
I don't care. They're back. They're back. I've seen enough. They beat Detroit. Don't forget, Jim.
You've seen enough to beat one good team.
Hold on. They beat the team I thought was the best team in football up until 2 weeks ago. And beat them soundly. Okay? In Detroit. Did we forget that now, sir?
No.
I think we did. Because
no, we don't.
Look,
we didn't.
Mine sounds illogical, and I get it. I'm just seeing they're healthy again. They're full strength again. They got Rice back now, and you saw immediately Rice on the field. What happens there? 2 touchdowns.
Because they're playing one of the worst teams in football.
I don't give a shit. But they beat a divisional opponent the way you're supposed to in that way.
One of the worst teams in football.
Doesn't matter. I agree. But they beat them the way you're supposed to. Bottom line. To me, the Chiefs, until I see the Colts beat the Chiefs in a couple weeks, I think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, quite possibly the league. I gotta see the Eagles.
It's absolutely insane.
It doesn't say no. It doesn't say no. I mean, who's their coach? Who's Chiefs coach?
Andy Reid.
Who's quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
All right, our conversation's over. That's it.
Okay, so why'd they lose to the Eagles? Why'd they lose to the Jaguars?
Not full strength. I mean, they had a rough period, but again, we look, we all panicked. I panicked too. I said in the show too also for a couple weeks. This team might be done. At best, a wild card team. Remember after week 2, week 3, Chargers running with the AFC West. Where's that fucking narrative now?
It was never in my narrative, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, again, this can change. They lose next week, whatever. Then obviously they're out of number 1. But I'm seeing.
I understand the narrative.
Probably get a number 2 on your list.
And again,
I understand that the narrative that they're the best in the West. Like I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm fine with, from what I've seen this week, that they are the best team in the AFC West. Mostly because the other 3 are starting to muddle their way towards a lot closer to garbage than we thought they would be.
Right.
I'm just throwing that out there. But it's like he said, you had a team that was at 2, has continued their assault on everyone in front of them since, they and you're like, well, we had that bad game against I'm like, well, so did they. They had their bad game.
It is less.
Not this week.
No,
they didn't have a bad game this week.
But again,
they destroyed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Don't focus on me penalizing the Colts and the Lions. That's the way I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this as the team
that's the most abrasive thing about your list.
But I
look at this as the Chiefs back to who they really are. And until you beat the men,
and with the record that they have and the losses that they have, and you weigh all the pros and cons, it's why I have them at 5, because they had to climb a lot of teams. They still have a lot of losses, and it's one game against the Raiders. But yes, it looked very good. Which is why they jumped from, like, I think I had them at 10. I think I had them looking in, like presuming this was going to happen, and I gave them 5 jumps. I gave them at 5.
And look, and Sean, here's the thing. I confess, it is a hot take.
And I see a world where the Seahawks could beat them, and I see a world where the Rams could beat them, and the Eagles, and the Lions, and the Cardinals.
And there's a world right now in this NFL season through 7
because I don't know how good they actually are.
And here's the thing, though. Right now, we live in a world in the NFL where, unless your name's the Titans, the Jets, the Dolphins, or even the Raiders, you can beat anyone week to week.
Minus a receiver that caught 40 yards in that game.
So the Raiders can't beat anyone, but it's propped up as a good win for the Chiefs because it's in the division.
It's the way they did it, too, also. It was as dominant as you're going to get against a divisional opponent. So that's about we know the Raiders.
So if
that.
the Lions had done that to say the Bears, like they would have
which they did.
Oh, right, they did do that. Never mind.
Right.
So why did the Colts jump the Lions then? Ignoring the Chiefs part of this.
Right, let's get that out of here.
Because the Lions still beat the number 1 team on your list, and they fell to a team.
You don't. I mean, if I had my way, I go 2A, 2B. But
you don't. Yeah, you don't get to do that.
Honestly, okay. But Indy has been very impressive. Detroit is doing what they do. But again, it goes back to, and look, you know how with my rankings, I don't look at just the immediate. There's a lot of factors in this. Look, everybody's rankings across the world are all different. Mine is I weigh in history too. History comes into play. Trust comes into play. I trust the Chiefs. Their pedigree for the last 8 years.
Not talking about the Chiefs.
Please.
I'm done with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Colts. The Lions were 2. The Colts were 3. The Lions beat your number 1 team. The Colts beat a team who wasn't ranked in your top 10. Why did the Colts jump the Lions?
Okay. Lions injuries. If anything, their secondary injury. And let's be real.
Well, one of them's a suspension, and he's back this week.
The score was not indicative of how close. That game was actually closer than people give credit for. It was 24-9, but that game was a one-score game.
I thought it felt the other way.
I thought so, too.
I thought it felt a lot worse than 24-9.
Baker was chucking up prayers, man.
Yeah.
He threw like 50% completion, and
I know, but
just looked horrendous.
Indy went to the Chargers and just beat the brakes off them from start to finish, pull the post. That game was never close. That's impressive as shit.
Well, the Lions game was never close either.
I'll say they Colts,
jumped out to a 14-point lead and never looked back.
The Colts beat the Chargers by 14. The Lions beat the Bucks.
It wasn't that close, to be honest, and 14 points wasn't that close either.
15, sorry.
It wasn't that close, to be honest with you, and a road win at that.
Okay,
but I mean,
the Lions still beat your number 1 team.
What number 1 team?
Last week you had the Buccaneers.
Last week the Buccaneers were number 1 on your list, and they got beat by the Lions by.
And you dropped the Lions.
Understandable.
Again, the Chiefs. I'm actually not even that surprised that you put the Chiefs at 1.
You shouldn't be,
because
it's what I do.
Because you went from unranked to 5th to 1. You went from 11th at best to 1 in a 2-week span.
There are only 2 teams in this league that can jump like that because of trust. It is the Chiefs and it is the Eagles. That is it.
I would say you would probably lean a little bit into the 49ers that way. But
no, the injuries are a problem.
Why? Because they're in his top 10.
But again, you still haven't. So it's because the Colts went on the road. Is that the problem?
Yeah, I mean they went on the road and they punked that team, bro. I mean they punked them, start to finish. I felt me personally. I felt the Lions Bucks game's a little closer. So like it's a game of inches at this point.
It's the first time he's watched the Colts.
I'm watching. I've been watching.
It lined up well enough.
No, I'm investing in Danny Jones. In fact, I missed.
He thought the Giants game was well in hand, so he.
No. I missed the Colts game. I missed the Colts game because of the Giant game actually, but I've been investing in this Colts thing because of Daniel Jones. I'm rooming with the kid. You know what I mean? So,
all right.
But the Niners are there because How are they 5-2 with all those injuries? Kyle Shanahan right now is the coach of the year currently.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
What?
No, he's
Dude,
not.
bro. We have not seen Brock Purdy since week 2.
It doesn't matter, bro.
They are decimated with injuries right now. And how the fuck are they 5-2 still?
Shanahan,
yes.
Don't get me wrong. He's doing a great job of piecing together a Frankenstein's
him and
monster
Steichen the
versus
1
the San
and 2.
Francisco
Him and
49ers.
Steichen the 1 and 2.
I will give him that.
Steichen's number 1.
Steichen is number 1. It's not even close. There is nobody in the realm unless you're just going to hand it to a Man Campbell or an Andy Reid or something like that. There is no one else that has done more with what was presumed to be less. They got a New York Giants castaway. Chose him over
understandable.
Anthony Richardson.
The Indianapolis Colts' over-under number was 7.5. And I would say most people probably predicted them to be under because Danny Dimes was their starting quarterback.
Correct.
They've already won 6.
And they're
showing
crafty.
no signs of slowing
They're
down.
Crafty. They're balanced. The
49ers over-under number was 10.5.
Yeah, but the injuries. I think the injuries.
I don't care.
What
the Colts are doing.
Everybody's in it. The Giants don't have Malik Neighbors.
What the Colts are doing is impressive. Is absolutely impressive.
Like I look.
I'm not taking away Shanahan's doing a great job with the team that's banged up, but man,
the Colts Chiefs play in a few weeks. I am circling that game.
Oh, absolutely, without question. And if the Colts win that game, they're clear number 1, obviously.
We picked on EJ's list enough. Anybody want to?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm done. I've exhausted myself.
Anything from the other list that
I mean, a lot of the teams are very similar. I think I'm a little higher on the Rams than everybody else.
A little bit.
I just still like what I see there. I don't give as much credit to the losses as I do to what I'm seeing. Just like losing Nakua and not missing a beat. Devontae Adams looks real good. But yeah, I don't see a lot else. I think James, you're on my list are very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my Chargers up there. I look at the fact that
so you have the Chargers.
Why so high? Though?
I have the Broncos. I put them in very similar shoes.
The Chargers are literally a minute away from having a 4-game losing streak. I don't get it.
Dude, my guy, if you start doing these 1 minute from, 1 play from, you could probably take half the teams in this league and
you
half
almost lost to the Dolphins, bro.
Yeah, they're also
the Broncos are in my top
unit.
10, and they almost lost to the Giants. But here we are.
They're not my top 10. I know better than that.
Mine because they beat the Giants and threw them in my bottom 5. I had to.
You clearly don't know that.
The Broncos are a balance of like great defense and somehow an ability to play in the fourth quarter and only in the fourth quarter. I don't know how that works.
Jim. Okay, if you want me in the top 10, fine, but not number 7. They're not better than the Patriots right now, or the Rams, or the Bills.
What? Dan with a shot. You have the Chiefs at 1. You lost the right to question the other people's pick.
Hey, Pappy, I got 3 rings to show you, bro.
Whose rings?
I say
my rings. I'm a Chiefs fan.
That's right. He is a Chiefs fan.
This show, I've been the biggest Chiefs homer.
First off, I'm a Chargers homer, so I'll at least.
So, Pappy, I have rings to prove that.
I'll at least put the actual reasoning on it and not just say, "Oh, I trust them; they're going to do that." I'm a Chargers
bro. I weigh that in my car, but you know this though, bro.
If the Chargers played the Patriots this Sunday, I would pick the Chargers to win. The Rams
are one because he likes them.
The Rams were out last week. They got back in with the win. The Bills were 9, where I feel like they rightly should be at this point. And they were on a bye. You don't get to come up on a bye.
I don't hate that, bro. I actually don't hate the Bills at 9.
You don't get to come up on.
I actually originally when they went listen originally, I had the Bills at 9 also too originally. And I made,
if anything, I would move the Patriots above the Chargers and have the Chargers at 8.
I also feel like the Patriots are low on my list. I would like to see them up behind maybe the Buccaneers ahead of the Broncos.
I'll give you credit though. I'll give you guys credit though. I don't have my list at all, and I think there's still that apprehension. Like, okay, one more week maybe then I buy in.
Yeah, it's fine. I rewarded them. I rewarded them because of the win over the Bills 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And
road win in prime time. That was a big win.
Yeah, and got them in at 10. And I mean, yes, I know they've only beaten the Saints and Titans since then, but they're not struggling to win those games.
I'll say this. I'll say this, Jim. They're 11. I look. Here's the deal. I rewarded the Niners because of Kyle Shanahan, what they're doing. There's no way on God's green earth this team should be 5-2, and yet they are.
Sure. I mean, they're absolutely overachieving. I will agree with you. I will agree with you on that one. I think it's also beneficial that they've beaten the Week 1 Seahawks, which are a much different team than they are today. They've also
come on, don't do that.
They are.
Don't do that. It's still the same team.
I think when they play the second time, it's going to be a much different.
Probably so, but you can't use that against them, like because then the past loss of the Raiders Week 1. Everybody has a bad loss on their schedule so far. Even the fucking Eagles do. Even the Eagles have one. The Giants.
Sure. But I mean,
the Eagles lost to the goddamn Giants.
I mean,
no, he lost, got blown out by the Giants.
But I don't think I'm being, and it's not necessarily being insulting, but I think Week 1 you're going to get odd results. See Bengals Patriots a year ago because of the way the preseason is. So just because the Seahawks are a different team now than they were in Week 1, I'm not necessarily taking it away from them. But the other teams that the Niners have beat, for the most part, are not good teams. Saints, Cardinals, Falcons. Now you do have a win against the Rams. That's good. And you have losses to the Jaguars and the Bucs. So one really good team, one team that's good some weeks, bad the others. So
the one thing you got right, Jim, though, that Mike and Sean didn't get right, in my opinion, the Broncos. They're not a top 10 team.
No,
they're not a top 10 team.
I don't know what I was rewarding. I felt dirty putting them there, but
yeah, you were the Giants. That's why being the Giants. Come on.
Did you have them in? No, you didn't have them in last week. Mike, at least he had them in. He was 9th last week.
So if you're wondering, by the way, where the line between a win and a blowout win happens, it's somewhere between 15 and 17 points. Because the game, the Lions-Buccaneers game, according to EJ, was not a blowout. It was a close game.
Now we know.
No, I said it was closer than the score.
Points, but the Giants blew out the Eagles.
Hold on. I said the game
17.
Hold on. No, you missed what I said in that segment. I said that game was closer than the score indicated.
I don't feel that way at all. But
yeah,
I agree to disagree.
I think that's a off basis.
I'm not mad about it. I had Detroit covering
shit up here.
I had money in Detroit covering anyway.
I might change mine because there's a Monday night game that I'd like to predict now. Let's see.
Look, I mean, most of us would agree that the best two teams in football are the Colts and Lions.
Oh my God, there's only one Monday night game this week. That's very exciting.
It is. Well, it's shocking.
I don't mind the two, by the way, but give me the staggered one, not the 1, 7, and 10. Give me 7 and 8.
No, see, if I'm gonna have two, I want them separated that far.
I think you should start it earlier and go 6 and 9.
The problem is the last. I mean, here's the thing.
Easy.
I'm off Tuesdays, so it doesn't matter to me. But I have a hard time staying awake past 12 o'clock sometimes.
That's because you're old.
Well, duh. I got kids to school in the morning. Come on now.
And you're old. What do you come home and take a nap? I start work at 8 o'clock on Tuesday.
A nap? I work in the morning. What are you talking about?
They said you don't work on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, right. But I got podcasts to do too. Come on, man. I got things to do.
God Lord, you always have.
I got this hobby I got to wake up for.
But the bottom line is,
I work out.
When you look at this, it's like there's a couple of really good teams, and then there's pocket of everybody else. That some weeks we're going to feel good about them, some weeks we're not going to feel good about them, and then there's just everybody else until you get to the bottom. And that's just what the craziness of this year has given us, and I'm sure it's going to keep delivering as we go through the rest of this year.